Welcome to Tales of Marketing Transformation, laying firm foundations for your marketing journey. Tune out all the black magic and imagine a time where marketing has transformed into something human. Where marketing is about building relationships with people you serve. Where marketing is about helping people. That time is now. This is Tales of Marketing Transformation. And here's your host, internationally recognized marketer, speaker, and podcaster, Dr. Jürgen Strauss.
Hello, and thank you for joining me as I share more about the quest to make marketing human again. I hope you enjoyed and gained value from my last episode where I spoke about marketing as the art and science of creating and sustaining exceptional experiences. Today, I'm going to start a series of 13 episodes to talk more about the science of creating and sustaining exceptional experiences and relationships. This series is based on our Transformational Marketing Blueprint, a 12-step framework for exceptional human-centered marketing. Today's episode will be an overview of the blueprint that we sometimes also refer to as the Transformational Marketing Map. And the next 12 episodes will explore each step of the journey in more detail. Head on over to talesofmarketingtransformation.com for the show notes to this episode. Also, if you have a podcast or you're thinking about starting a podcast, or perhaps you might even want to get on podcasts as a guest, then do reach out to me to discuss how I can help you with editing, with production, with music, or whatever is standing in your way of getting your voice heard and building your visibility, credibility, and connection with your dream clients. If you were to embark on a new journey, a trip to a place you'd never been before, would you just drive into the unknown? Probably not. You'd probably look at a map to work out how to get there. These days, you'd probably add your destination into your GPS and let it guide you there. What if you had a blueprint for your marketing that guided you on the best path of your marketing journey and allowed you to focus on enjoying the journey and getting the most value from it?
This is Tales of Marketing Transformation.
I used to do a lot of bushwalking many years ago when I was still at university. I remember vividly one conversation we had during a hike. We were deep in the bush. It had been quite some time when the path we'd been following disintegrated into dense undergrowth, and our progress had slowed as we bush-bashed our way forward. The conversation went like this. Colin, who was holding the map, said, "I think we're here," pointing to a spot somewhere in the middle of the map. No, said Neil, "you're holding the map upside down. I think we've come from this direction. This over here is where we're trying to get to." The conversation about where we were on the map, and whether the map was upside down or not, and where the spot was that we'd actually set out for early that morning, got ever more heated. Everyone in the group had a different view of where we were and what direction we should head next. Then Jim said, "Let's just admit it, we're lost. We don't know where we are, and most importantly, we don't know how to get to where we want to be tonight. We've spent the last 3 hours hacking our way through dense scrub because we lost the path. We can't see a path going forward. Let's just find a spot to camp for the night because it is getting late in the day. Then we can retrace our steps tomorrow." For the first time since that conversation began, everyone agreed. That sounded like a really good plan. So we found a clearing where there was some water and set up camp. We had our evening meal, a good night's rest, and the next morning we packed up and headed back to retrace our steps from the day before. Luckily, we were able to find the path at a point where we'd left it and arrived back at the starting point of our hike where we'd parked our cars. That was good. So was the fact that we'd still thoroughly enjoyed our weekend, each other's company, and the shared adventure. Lots of funny stories, of course. Of course, we didn't achieve the objective to reach our chosen destination. In fact, based on that objective, we'd spent 2 days and effectively not moved from our starting point. We had good maps, but we didn't have a clear path to follow. We mistakenly assumed that there'd be a clearly marked track, and once that was no longer there for us, we were effectively lost in the bush. And if you know about the Australian bush, being lost there is not a good thing. We were lucky in that we could retrace our steps and live to hike another day. In our last episode, I talked about marketing being the art and science of creating and sustaining memorable, remarkable experiences and relationships. Today's hiking story clearly was a memorable, remarkable experience. In fact, I'm still talking about it so many decades later. But if we rely on chance, on haphazard interactions that could lead anywhere, we are just as likely to spend all our time arriving back at the beginning without having reached the desired destination. That's why it's good to have a blueprint, a map, a guide that lights the path of your journey at every step of the way. This is what the Transformational Marketing Blueprint does. It's a comprehensive 12-step journey that provides a systematic framework for marketing, creating and sustaining memorable, remarkable experiences and relationships. In the next 12 episodes of the Tales of Marketing Transformation show, I'll describe each step in more detail. Today, let's begin with an overview of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint. If you're listening to this away from the screen, come back to episode 17 on the website later to see the map of the blueprint. Step 1 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is our lighthouse. Now, kudos to my friend George Bryant for this wonderful metaphor. Our lighthouse represents the 4 levels or essential foundations that all successful businesses have. It's self-awareness, our why, what we do, and how we do what we do. In this step of the blueprint, we work on being really clear about the value we provide. Step 2 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is defining our target market, building a very deep understanding of our ideal dream client. Because getting really clear about our target market and our dream client will change everything from just a haphazard hike in the bush to a well thought out journey. Step 3 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is to find our dream client's pain, problem, or need. This is about understanding where they are in their journey relative to this need and what their desired after state looks like. Bringing them from their before state to their desired after state is the transformation that we can enable. Step 4 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is crafting our message to our target market. The secret here is that this should start a two-way conversation and is an opportunity to learn more about our dream client. Step 5 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is one entry point into the various customer journeys. In this one, our visitor to the website, to our social media pages, to our podcast, wants to learn. In this step, we focus on building connection by giving attention. Step 6 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is another step on the various customer journeys. This is where our visitor wants to start a relationship. They are prepared to give us their email address or other contact details in return for something of value. Step 7 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is focused on nurturing the fledgling relationships that we've begun up to this point. It's more two-way conversations, giving more valuable information and learning more about our dream client. Step 8 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is when our visitor is ready to buy from us. This essentially is our sales conversion strategy, but it's a sales conversion strategy with a difference. Just like every other step of the blueprint, it's focused on creating and sustaining memorable, remarkable experiences and relationships. Step 9 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is our delivery of the product or service our client has purchased. Even though we've now made a sale, our marketing must continue. Remember, creating and sustaining memorable, remarkable experiences and relationships. Step 10 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is focused on how we can deliver more value to our customers. Here, we work to sustain our relationship because successful marketing is a value-based, long-term, two-way relationship. Step 11 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is how we orchestrate and stimulate referrals. And in the spirit of the remarkable experiences and relationships, the place to start here is by giving referrals to our customers. And step 12 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint is where we focus on our systems. How we can scale the process, improve what we do, and of course, celebrate our achievements with our customers. Unlike the hikes of many years ago, the marketing journey is not linear, and different businesses will enter at different points in the journey. When we arrive at step 12 with our customer, we re-enter the journey at another point, perhaps at a different level. So maybe we're on the first floor now rather than on the ground floor. More about that in later episodes as we explore each step of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint in greater detail. Over the next 12 episodes, I'd love to learn what activities you do in each of the steps. Which are working well? Which do you find challenging? And what do you think is missing? Let's start that conversation today.
This is Tales of Marketing Transformation.
I'd like to introduce a new section of the Tales of Marketing Transformation show, and it's going to be a book recommendation on each episode. Today, my personal book recommendation is This is Marketing by Seth Godin. It's subtitled, You Can't Be Seen Until You Learn to See. The book's premise is that it's time to do something else with marketing, to make things better, to cause a change that you'd like to see in the world, to do work that matters for people that care. Seth points out that marketing is the generous act of helping someone solve a problem, their problem. His book challenges us to look at marketing from a human perspective, to focus on serving our target audience. I highly recommend it. Get it from your favourite bookstore. Thanks for listening to this episode. Subscribe to the show to be reminded of new episodes. It's free to subscribe. Leave a review if you like. Now, even if you don't like me, I'm okay with that. I'm asking you to leave a review because it helps other people find this show, others that might find it helpful. Go to Tales of Marketing Transformation to join our Marketing Transformation community and access a free gift that my team and I made for you. It's the Marketing Master mini class. We want to give you everything you need to transform your marketing into a human-centered, relationship-focused growth engine so that you can build your visibility, your professional credibility, and your connection with your ideal clients. I'm Jürgen Strauss from InnovaBiz. Tune in again next week when I'll talk about Step 1 of the Transformational Marketing Blueprint, our lighthouse. In the meantime, stay awesome and let's make marketing human again.
Thanks for coming on this journey with Tales of Marketing Transformation. Join us next week for another fabulous episode. For episode resources, visit www.talesofmarketingtransformation.com. Stay connected by subscribing at talesofmarketingtransformation.com/subscribe.